Good afternoon, everyone. So I'll be explaining you on my topic social network analysis and how it's used in the telecom industry. So I'm Yogesh and roll number 19049. And yeah, let's go to the contents. I'll be explaining you all about the abstract introduction and the system description and the future research. So first, moving on, what is actually a social network analysis? A social network analysis can be defined as something that is web-based service that allows an individual to construct a public or a semi-public profile, wherein it is mostly used for connections of different nodes that are consisted to find what connections it makes, whether it's a positive connection or whether it's a negative connection. So mostly we use it for kind of reading, suggesting different kind of blogs, or like we do use it in the dating sites too. So yeah, it mainly depends upon the relationship or the character a person has. Moving on to the abstract. Moving on to the abstract, many systems they can be represented as a network or a graph collections of nodes that are joined by edges. It is also defined as a concept that is applied in the telecom industry, such as they do have call details. It's mentioned as CDRs and the customers. Each relation they do have different weight representing how close two subscribers are to each other. On a real data set of 3 months, we have performed how it can be used in the local telecom operator. So yeah, let's move on to how to build a data set using the network. Moving on to the introduction. Here you can see in this picture, here it does depict that K shell, first K shell does have a node formed, and the second K shell has a node has a circle formed, and the third K shell does consist of all the nodes that have been paired and formed. Moving on to the introduction part. Actually, here the process of it actually means the process of defining social communication based on both networks and graph theory. It is known as a social network analysis. This approach has now become a very powerful tool to study networks in various areas like banking, telecom, and web applications like physics and social science. In addition to the CDS, SNR, they are also used used for subscription making. Here, actually, it is used wherein the CDS like the call directory records and the SNA, it uses the other data sources like customer data to analyze the social relations of a subscriber. Linking information together with SNA gives better insights and values that affect the revenue and the customer satisfaction. Here, the system description proposed. Here it does explain it does consist of Hadoop system and a Spark system. Why do we prefer a Spark system? Because it does have built-in more social networks, an extra SNA similarity, and the centrality is more, and the behavior metrics compared to an H2. And Spark will be able to detect influence model results, and it will be able to detect multi-sim model results well compared to an HDFS, Hadoop file storing system. Yeah. What is in the system description model? We have chosen the HTTP3 as a big data platform to install and to use the study. HTTP is a free open source platform under the Apache 2.4 license 4, designed to deal with data from different sources and formats and the variety of open source system tools like HDFS, Apache Yarn, and the Apache Spark, and the data description and preparation. 4 data sources were selected of our work, and it does consist of the customer data and the mobile IMEI information and the CDR, it's a call detailed records. To explain you all on further process, here in experiments, we do have an n number of things to list out. First, let's look into this graph. Here we do have the degree distribution very much more, and the out degree distribution and the degree distribution over here. The in degree and out degree distribution together combined can be seen here in the frequency distribution in the C graph. Coming on to what it does state. It performs usually plays a key. The performance really plays a major role in the success of the analytical models similar to our model. So the position was designed to deliver high performance and speed, especially with ETL activities and SNA. HTTP framework was installed and customized with a variety of systems and tools like Hadoop, Spark, Yarn, and Zapple. 32 gigabit of RAM and 8 core processor to each node. A 15% highest ranked influencer customers groups were also chosen from the sample depending upon the EV and IC scores. Looking into the future directions, uh, future research directions, does the paper actually, what does this research paper is actually come to say out in the straight drafted out is, this paper presents a new prototype for building the social network on a big data platform using telecom data by weighing it and analyzing it. And then it also prevents a model influencer detection model and a multi-sim model influencer detection model and a multi-sim detection model, taking the advantages of the built-in network. In influencer detection model, we present a new way to measure the importance of subscribers by calculating the eigenvector rather than compared to calculating the centrality. So the influence capability of the node rather than following the standard approach using certainty measures. The model was used for targeting highest ranking influencers. More accuracy and sufficiency were achieved than the classic ways. A 30% rise were also observed in the growth rate of the mobile traffic in the multi-sim detection model. We also can benefit out from the idea of mutual friends to calculate the similarity score and the behavioral score and use them to make it a pair, use them to find the sims what kind of carrier they're using. They also have a lot of telecom topics such as customer communities, fraud detection, and advertising campaigns. They are worth using it in SNA techniques. Thank you.